So, you looking for help?
How do I know you're any good?
Hacking into those things is kind of my forte.
This is a burner. Hook up the feeds to display on it, and I'll send you the money.
Now, I will take money as an addition, but usually, I only ask for one thing. What's your real name? Just need to know that you're not going to sell me out, and I'm not going to do anything to you unless you do something.
I see your insurance policy. Very well. I will write my name on the back of the envelope of money. And she takes the envelope, and on the back of it, she writes Morgan Taylor.
He looks at the envelope and reads the name and kind of words it silently and just kind of smiles and chuckles and pockets it. As you are walking outside, you hear a voice kind of above you just go, "Oh, did you mess with Anonymous?"
The other day, it had come to my attention that communication is severely lacking. I hired Anonymous to set up a program for me that would help me keep an eye on things around the city. And in doing so, I made a mistake with the deal, and he believed that I betrayed him, and so he called in his friends, and you guys had to help me clean up the mess.
Okay. I appreciate what you tried to do. In the future, come and talk with us, and we will figure out a way to make that or something like it happen without having to involve hiring people like that. What's important is that we support each other and we support the city during this time. And that's what I see at the core of what this is.
I assume you guys are starting your day about the same that you did last time. Dragonfly, you are dropping off your cousin off at school. Nephew, right. You're dropping off your nephew off at school, talking to him, I presume. Silver Bullet, I assume you stayed up all night. And Eclipse, you're doing early morning routines?
Yes.
Eclipse is going to give me a hernia. That's what Eclipse is doing.
Laura is sleeping peacefully, unaware of the nonsense that the day has in store for her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the nonsense that's going to be happening.
I was gonna say I can start with what Eclipse does.
Yeah, if you're doing anything special this morning, tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, so about maybe 9:45-ish, because she was trying really hard to wait till 10, but she just couldn't. She's an early morning person. She sends out a message to the other two saying, like, let's meet up for coffee. I have a new idea and I want to run it by you guys.
Well, that's nice.
And this is on the burner phones that she gave y'all.
Chase, after saying, telling his nephew to have a good day, he gets the message on the burner phones, looks at it, you see the exhaustion just immediately wash over. Like, he was good, he was up solid, like, he was thinking, I'm gonna go to the gym before work, and no, immediately, just all that energy is just like, oh no, not this. And then gives a sigh and messages Laura on his regular.
Laura is on your couch asleep.
Well, not if Dragonfly isn't at home. Laura's still on the couch asleep while Dragonfly's at school or whatever.
True.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the message. Like, Dragonfly's like, hey, if you're still there, I can, like, pick you up.
What time is it?
It's 9:45.
Laura's asleep. She was out pretty much all night. It was only when the sun began to rose that she was like, oh, and she came home.
It's like 7 a.m. She's got maybe almost 4 hours of sleep.
Almost.
And that's why sent the message, and not getting a response for a bit, just kind of takes a deep breath, sends a text on the burner phone saying, give us a bit. Well, give me it, but it says give me a bit to kind of cover for Laura that, no, Laura isn't staying there, says give me a bit. Drives back, and I imagine just at the apartment, just Laura, just like, not even fully shaking her, tapping the shoulder, like, very, this is the, I live with my nephew moment where it's like, you can't pick up some of the habits the kids get.
Yeah.
So just poking, Laura, get up.
Laura rolls over and just one arm is fully covered in fur and transformed into a big claw.
Oh no.
I wouldn't wake you if it wasn't, Eclipse sent a message to meet her before she does something really dumb.
I didn't know Laura actually had transformative properties. I thought it was all just the superpowers.
No, yeah, remember? Because this happens when Lyle also used his superpowers outside of his suit. It actually transforms them.
Yeah, and I know the closer you are to the mother, or the less spread out the power is, the more concentrated the power is.
It is true.
Yeah, that completely slipped in my mind, because whenever I hear claws, I just think, oh yeah, the suit has claws, but...
No, yeah, them's their claws. And the suit, being full body, mostly just helps to hide the fact that, fur erupts out all over them. Laura gets up and, rubs her eyes, and when she does, the fur, instantly vanishes, and she, pulls herself up, and she goes, yeah, I'm up, what's up?
Eclipse sent a message, something about another idea, meeting her on the burner phone, wherever the address, and I really, before she does something stupid, is what I'm gonna call it. Good intentions, whatever. I don't care.
She a little confused, but she got the spirit.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
No, let's go. It might be a good idea. We should never assume it's a bad idea. It might be a good idea.
Well, that's why I got you up, because I'd rather, she said she wants to run it by us, and I'd rather us actually be there before something goes awry. So
Eclipse is cool motive, still blackmail.
She's yeah, that cool beans. Give me a second, and she
no worries.
She fishes out a change of clothes and her super suit from her bag and runs to the bathroom to change.
Well, no, yeah, okay. Super suit time.
Doodle, 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 doodle. The silver bullet symbol flashes up and down across the screen like one of the old Batman transitions. We appear at the next scene.
Which is the roof of the coffee shop.
Yeah.
You're still doing the roof?
Yeah. Yeah. And, people see a bunch of superheroes in costume, meeting together. It's not that big of a deal in this world, because...
Oh, especially in this city.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, it's normal. So Eclipse is up there. She has 3 coffees and some bagels out in front of her as well. She's got you all breakfast.
Oh.
Bagels and cream cheese.
She wharfs down her bagel. It's gone. Obliterated.
I'm going to say, my Dragonfly doesn't eat it.
Oh no!
He really can't. He's got a mask.
Not a full mask. It doesn't have a full mask of established. She just is kind of... It's one of those things where he doesn't want to be caught when, Eclipse says something, choking or anything. This is very much expecting the worst. It's there. It's tempting. We zoom in behind the goggles, and you just see the flicker to the coffee every, 2 seconds. Very much.
Is it safe to drink now, or will I be spitting this out in a moment? Let's wait a bit.
Exactly.
I guess Eclipse passes Laura the other bagel, because Eclipse is I don't need the carbs. So Eclipse is I'm so glad that you guys agreed to meet me here. I do really appreciate your opinions and inputs, and I think you guys will like this idea, but I didn't want to move forward with it given how badly I really messed up the last one. So I'll lay it out for you guys, and you can tell me your thoughts. We can whiteboard this a little bit. She's going full on business meeting with this.
Blue skies.
She's okay, here's what I'm thinking. the police in the city are, like, they're too reliant on the superheroes coming in and solving everything for them. Iconoclast really, she had everything handled, so the police really weren't doing anything, and I think they've kind of gotten into that swing of things, so they're really not doing their jobs as police. They're just sort of there for the namesake of it. So, what I'm thinking is I would like to establish a sort of red phone with the police headquarters to let them know where to go and when to be ready, and have them restructure their police force to step up their game for normal crimes that maybe are not necessary for superheroes to come in. I would like the police to work more towards clearing out bystanders, rather than just coming up and standing by and waiting for us to hand the superhero over to them. I'd prefer it if they were, like, to create walls and blocks and keep all the bystanders out of the way. They should be protecting the citizens while we deal with superpowers. Now, the thing is, I know the police aren't going to change if I just come in and ask them to. That's not going to happen. There's way too much bureaucracy in the way to do that. So, my idea is, and this is where I'm starting to think, I could really use your guys' help on this, on maybe thinking of something different, because my instinct, I suppose, is to go in and just kind of strong-arm the chief of police into making these changes as soon as possible. And I could do that multiple different ways. I can threaten him. I could do blackmail.
Okay, there it is.
I've got everything on my plate.
Forehead against the table. Just doesn't say a word.
And Nicholas is just, like, nodding. She's like, yeah, that's... I was thinking that was probably the wrong way to go about it, but I don't really have any better ideas.
Okay. Well, let me just say that your idea of establishing a phone a phone line with the police is actually a pretty common tool used by people in our industry. Seems like the wrong word, but I'm going to use it.
Our profession, our field of profession.
Chosen field.
Yeah.
And admittedly, setting up ways that we can focus people's efforts into being more helpful and keeping people out of the way, that all sounds well, fine and good. However, unfortunately, the police force and the superhero community are separate entities, and we do not have the power to influence them in any undue way or make outright calls for changes or reforms or restructuring. We can ask that be happened, and we can establish open communication channels, but we are not anyone's boss. We are volunteers that are more ably suited for certain situations, and so serve the public at their request and for the safety of others who have other specialties.
It also depends, I will say, because it depends on what organization, if whoever becomes the hero joins into.
This is also true. Obviously, the backing and communication and influence may be widely influenced by whether or not you become a CCWP member or if you become registered with Gotcha.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So, us three should not be handling this. I guess this would take a lot longer than I would like, but I could just get the city council to make the decisions for us. But I was kind of hoping it could be done sooner than that.
Drafting proposals and sending it to the police is certainly within your power. Obviously, whoever is chosen by the heroes to be the next presiding patron of the town will obviously have the end-all right to communicate with those people and attempt these things, but you're on the right track. These are good ideas.
And I'm just, regardless of who gets chosen, I'm just we're here to make sure the city stays safe, And honestly, I'd love to leave it in the best possible, way for anyone, whoever it is, us three or Iconoclast's son, to step in,
This is true.
And have it be ready.
Yeah.
There are some heroes that communicate and work relatively closer with the police. I know Blood Moon chooses very rarely to do that and operates mostly as a separate entity unless it absolutely is called for. Some heroes work more closely with the fire department or with hospitals, that sort of thing. There are also some police departments that outright refuse to work with what they refer to as vigilantes at all. So, are you going to finish that? She looks at Dragonfly's bagel.
Yes? And it just pulls it closer? Yes! As Silverbow was saying about Blood Moon, that's absolutely, it really comes down to that. Where, at the moment, no one here has any backing with the police, besides as an actual citizen of this town, rather than a hero, or, in some cases, possibly a vigilante.
Eclipse is just kind of thoughtful as she's, thinking it over. She's like, I hear what you're saying. It's obviously not something that we could just walk in and change. That was what I was thinking first. Sitting here and not doing anything about it just doesn't really, that's not what we do, right? We always have to do something about it.
Don't think about it like sitting around doing nothing. Think of it like volunteer work. We serve at the public's behest when we are needed. And if you would like to be more proactive and find more things to help out with, that is absolutely a thing you can do. There are, what kind of hero you want to be is up to you. There's no manual for this. There are some heroes that are more combat focused. There are some that focus more on rescue. If you want to be more proactive, there's nothing wrong with that, but you also have to remember the difference between you and the organizations that already exist and have been put in place by the same people that have put forward the superhero system. She says, trying to be delicate.
This isn't about me and the way I want a superhero. I'm trying to make sure that the police are doing their job the way they should.
And you can bring that up?
This sounds more like a complaint to be announced at a city council meeting than something to be discussed here.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, is that, trust me when I say I know the police don't handle what they could, but...
I thought you meant more in the sense of that you want to be handling more things than just combat and want to be making sure that you are helpful in multiple roles, which is absolutely something you can do. If there was a burning building, if there was, it's not just punching people in masks, carrying big sacks of money. There are other ways to help.
It's one of those things, you gotta figure out how you want to handle things. When Dr. Iconoclast was around, there was some slipping through the cracks, more so on the police's end because of a slight contention, being built, but also the belief that Dr. Iconoclast could handle everything kind of resulted in slips in the cracks, and that's kind of where I fit in. That was my kind of tackling of the situation. And finally, believing he can eat, takes off it immediately, starts just taking drinks of that coffee like it is a life. Like this is the goddamn nectar from the heavens at this moment. Coffee, much needed.
Eclipse just kind of sighs, and she's like, I suppose you're right. This is something that could be done even through all the bureaucracy. brought up at city councils. You could bribe the right politicians to do it. I know. But I'd like things to be done sooner than that, and it's just, I guess that's just me.
Just as he had it, the moment hearing bribing politicians chokes and goes, "We don't do that. We don't do that." Damn it, this is why.
I know you are eager to make the world a better place and institute the kind of change you want to see in the world. And that is admirable. But sometimes, Silver Bullet gets up and walks away.
Where are you going?
I didn't have an answer to that particular sentence I started.
No, you don't get to just leave like that.
No, I'm leaving.
No!
She crawls down the side of the building.
Okay, real quick. Before we go anywhere else, we forgot to do the respect.
Oh, yeah.
At the start of every session. So first things first. Silver Bullet. I don't remember what I did for you last time, but I'm gonna do speed.
I think speed is what you did last time.
Well, I gave you speed again.
Okay. I'll take it.
Who do you have the most bond with?
Currently, it's Dragonfly.
I don't think it's changed since yesterday.
Yeah, I believe it's the same.
Oh, I got to level up and I forgot to do that.
Oh no! Do that real quick!
Yeah, I'll do it while you guys are working.
Yeah, so Dragonfly, pick one for Silver Bullet. Pick a stat, any stat.
I'm gonna say, genius. I'm gonna do that.
Alright.
I'll take it.
And Eclipse, I'm gonna do... I don't remember what I did for you either. I think I'm gonna do Will.
Okay. And for me, it's Tide, who I have respect with, so...
Oh, right, because you lost respect with Dragonfly. So take your pick.
Silver Bullet, since she's been handling Eclipse the best so far, I think.
Yeah.
True.
This morning.
Very true.
Also in the last episode, yeah.
I think we should all get smarter. Genius.
We should all be smarter.
All right. And Dragonfly. Let's do Might.
Oh, okay.
And who do you have the most bond with?
It's both. It's even.
All right, pick one.
I feel like it's after this conversation also, at least it would give something of like, okay, you're actually starting to realize there are consequences for your actions that impact more than just you,
Okay.
kind of deal.
So Eclipse?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Will. I'll go Will.
What? No, Rowan chooses one for you.
Oh.
I was gonna choose Will, though.
Oh,
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
like, what? Sorry. I went to bed at 4:30. Maybe.
Okay. Anyway, so while Riley, while Silver Bullet is leaving, I'm just gonna give this to you because you have super abilities.
Yes.
Yes. That is the setting that we are in.
Yeah.
Specifically, you have super hearing. And
This is true.
as you are climbing down the escape ladder to get down the building, you hear the TV from inside the cafe. That they usually play the news. Most places usually play the news to try and like keep up with any villain stuff happening, so they know where not to go, or if they need to shut down their shop.
Also, yeah.
Yeah. So as you're doing this, you hear the TV talking, and it seems more frantic than it should be. So you tune into that, and you hear the woman saying, 2 S-rank villains have begun attacking civilians at Alexander and West Street. The Scarlet Crusader is shouting his demands to the public, which seem to be to confront heroes competing to be the city's new patron. Meanwhile, Viscera is holding hostages. The police are doing their best to negotiate, but there hasn't been any change in Scarlet Crusader's demands. And I assume you are gone.
Yeah, Laura just freezes, and then leaps off the building and just tears off towards the area as fast as she can. She doesn't even Like, she's just fully autopilot, doesn't even think to call out.
Yeah, Eclipse and Dragonfly, you see Silver Bullet freeze and then take off at super speed.
Her feet are, like, coming down so hard and fast, she's leaving, like, cracks.
Oh!
Oh, yeah. Dragonfly definitely probably checks their suit, because love that my tech suit, and just goes, oh, fuck. Downs the rest of the coffee, and then just, without even eating the bagel, unfortunately, starts flying in the direction.
Yeah, Dragonfly, you check your suit. Eclipse, if you open your computer that has all of the cameras on it, you also see that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I decided to actually take a move in the world from one of the books that basically just does what my computer was described to do.
Oh, nice.
I took the gadget move from the Gadgeteer. So basically, the gadget move is funny because it lets you choose a move from another playsheet. So I'm basically choosing a move from this other playsheet to choose a move from another playsheet.
Okay.
But I went with the gadget move, which basically means I have a tech thingy that can do one move from another playsheet. And then the move from the other playsheet, I chose Discreet from the Shadow playsheet. When you investigate, on a hit, you leave no evidence of your investigation that anyone else could follow up.
Oh.
So I figured that's because she's going through a computer, so if she's investigating something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Neat.
Solid. We went Zoom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clips is gonna go out to her Prius and drive along.
Oh no! Because she just has a Prius.
She has a sleek black Prius that she plays classical music in when she goes to defeat bad guys.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys all arrive at the scene of the crime, Alexander and West Street. And Eclipse, you arrive a little bit later. But you guys all arrive, and it looks bad here. The Scarlet Crusader is he's standing on this ledge that, you know how some streets have that little circle in the middle, like a roundabout, and this one has a fountain in the middle. He is kind of standing on top of the fountain, shouting his demands, and meanwhile, on the ground, Viscera is there holding... He's holding one person in his arm, and there are two other people who seem to be alive, but they are down at his feet. And it looks like there are multiple other civilians just on the ground, bleeding out.
Was Viscera a woman or a guy? I always forget this.
Viscera is a woman.
Viscera is a woman.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, let me just give a little description real quick. So, the man standing on top of the fountain, Scarlet Crusader, he is this tall, really stocky guy with, he's got this blonde buzz cut, and he is wearing a suit that is kind of reminiscent of the Iron Man armor. It's like the armored kind of deal that Iron Man has, but also it's...
Power armor.
Yeah, power armor. He's got this power armor deal, but it's also kind of reminiscent of Crusader armor, and it has the red Crusader cross on the front.
Oh no, it's a Riley NPC.
Yeah, you guys know that these are both S-tier villains, but you guys would know, because they are S-tier, that this guy is kind of a vigilante, not technically a villain. He will go after really anyone that he deems worthy of death, but most people do still kind of qualify him as a villain because he goes after heroes still. Meanwhile, Viscera on the ground holding the civilians hostage. She is wearing this kind of cloth sack over her face, not really any features that go to it, not anything that really helps her stand out, other than she has what looks like a bone kind of sickle, and she has blood bits coming off of her arms where you know that her weapons come out of her body. They are her bones. And you only know these because these are S-tier villains. Everyone knows who these people are.
Yeah. Viscera is the one, for people that forgot or didn't listen to Delinquent Heroes, Viscera is the one that killed the second Timberwolf, Laura's little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, while you're here, as you arrive, I'm gonna say probably Silver Bullet got there first. When you first arrive and you stop at the scene and you're taking in everything, you hear this kind of like, not electric, but you hear this kind of buzz that's so minute, but because of your hearing, you can hear it. You hear this buzz happen behind you, and you look over and you see Tachyon, another B-tier villain, and he has been doing his best to try and get as many civilians out of the way as he can. He wears...
Wait, B-tier villain or hero?
Hero, sorry.
Okay.
He's a B-tier hero.
Whoa, we got a villain doing something here now.
No. Sorry, he is a B-tier hero, and he wears this kind of shimmering blue bodysuit that kind of glistens in the light, and it has a lighter blue symbol on the chest that looks like an orb with a kind of cosmic tail going behind it in a circle. And he sees you come, and he zaps up next to you, and he says, "Oh, thank goodness you're here. We need as much help as we can get."
What does Laura even say?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I've been trying to get out as many people as I can, but there's still those people that I can't get near the middle. I don't want to risk getting near that.
Keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Other heroes are on their way. I think. Wait, I didn't tell them. Oh, I hope.
You hear Dragonfly's wings coming up behind you.
Oh yeah, you hear that.
Other heroes are on their way. Leave Viscera to me.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure.
Okay. The police are doing their best to negotiate, but I don't think it's working, so good luck out there. And he zooms off to try and help more people out. He's trying to like pick his way closer to the middle and pull the people that are like bleeding out on the ground away.
Yeah. Laura is going to approach them slowly.
Oh.
Yeah, Laura knows that damage.
Yeah. The hostages are the main concern here.
Viscera is holding a woman close to her and keeping that sickle close to her chest. And Scarlet Crusader above her looks down and sees you, and he raises his arms up in the air and he says, "Ah, a contender, come!"
Damn it, he really is a Riley at DC.
Riley, this is something you absolutely would make.
Yeah.
100%.
Am I playing Scarlet Crusader and no one told me? Did I make him? Am I him? Is he me?
I had a feeling you might like him.
I don't know that I like him. He's just a guy I would...
He is right up your alley, though.
He's Riley's, like, alter ego of the night.
If you became a villain.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, if I ever play a villain, I guess I'm this idiot. Okay.
Yeah, so Scarlet Crusader is basically calling you over.
Yep, that's right. I'm here to contend.
We cannot let the heroes become the patrons of the city without a worthy fight to prove their worth.
Okay. That sounds...
You kind of hear Viscera under him kind of scoff.
That sounds reasonable, but what I'm looking at isn't.
Things must be done for the true worth of the city.
Okay.
It does not matter who falls in the process, as long as what comes out is glory.
All right. If it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. You should let those people go. If you want to fight, we can fight. But those people don't have anything to do with this.
Viscera doesn't seem to be moving. She's just kind of watching you. And she knows who you are. And she's just kind of gauging you right now. But...
Mm-hmm. Laura was Silver Bullet when Blood Moon and her took Viscera in for killing the second Timberwolf, and was one of the people responsible for sending Viscera to jail in the first place. And as far as...
So Viscera's already escaped the locker.
Yeah, so as far as Laura was aware, Viscera was in the locker.
Mm-hmm. And as you are walking forward, Crusader jumps down from the top of the water fountain and makes like a thum as he lands, crushing the cement underneath him.
Okay.
And he looks so excited to fight you. But he also sees the two others coming by, and he starts to kind of rethink, but not really. He's just like, more people to fight. Welcome! Welcome. And he's raising his arms to you guys as well. But Viscera is seeing these new heroes arrive and is still keeping her eye on you. She really does not like that you are here, but she kind of gives this weird chuckle, like it does not sound right. And she just kind of lets out a breath and goes, all right, let the fun begin. And she makes a very quick movement with her arm, and Silver Bullet, I'm going to need you to roll something or this person is going to die.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that would be rescue.
Probably.
Yeah, that sounds like rescue, don't it? Okay. Let's do a rescue. Let's save this lady's life.
Well, it's your first speed roll.
Oh my gosh, I almost failed it. Oh, I just barely got a 7. Oh, okay.
All right.
On a 7 to 9, choose one. I will take the pain meant for them. That sounds right.
All right. How much pain do you cause, Viscera? Oh boy.
A lot, I imagine.
Yeah. So, what do you do?
Laura leaps forward with her enhanced speed, them werewolf jumps, and like twists herself in between Viscera and the woman and pushes the woman with super strength, launching her towards Dragonfly because she knows she can count on Dragonfly to catch the woman.
As you are turning to push the woman towards Dragonfly, you feel this sickening scratch down your back, like into your spine almost, as her bone scythe just goes directly into your back. And you take 2 pain.
Also, not to teacher, you forgot we had homework, but Viscera is a Blood Moon villain, which means she absolutely carries silver on her.
Oh boy. What kind of silver?
Just silver that she could use to harm the wolf pack. So like maybe she would have like silver toed boots or like silver brass knuckles. Maybe she even like gets silver attachments for her bone weapons that she can like grow the bone into to attach, and then she can have silver tipped like spikes and things. Again, not to make the situation worse for myself.
That's exactly what you're doing, Riley.
But Viscera fights werewolves.
Yeah, what does that do to you exactly?
Narratively, silver bypasses like is their weakness. It's like their kryptonite. It means it bypasses their super durability and their healing factor. If they get hurt by silver, it hurts them as if they were a normal person, and they heal as if they were a normal person.
Okay, so it basically bypasses your armor.
And yeah.
All right.
And my healing.
Yeah. So if that's the case, she probably does have silver on the end of her scythe.
Great.
Good.
Okay,
fun.
I get cut real bad.
Yeah. Thank you for making it harder on yourself.
Yeah. Can I still have my healing mechanic?
Yes. I'm gonna say she probably pulled that out last minute, mid during this.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Cool.
You kind of see the silver forming. You see the bone forming around a silver piece that just barely nicked you, and it is currently forming into the scythe right now.
Great. Okay.
Alrighty. Who's next?
Well, considering Silver Bullet just chucked a person towards me.
True. Yeah. I'm gonna need you to roll to catch that.
Okay.
What would that be? Maybe stand firm.
I do also have Savior, which is when you rescue innocent bystanders on a hit, you also recharge. So I can do that. I actually have that.
I knew I could count on you.
So would that be rescue then for that?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so I need to roll speed. I swear to God. Do not!
Also, Riley, mark an experience for doing speed.
Yay, I level up.
I got an 8 on that.
An 8 on rescue. So take pain meant for them, you cause collateral damage, you lose valuable time.
I think, in this, I feel like at this moment, valuable time would be the best. Like, instead of delving right into that, I got chucked a person. I'm making sure that person's okay. So this person's got flung towards Dragonfly, and Dragonfly zeroes in, and just the wings go faster as he swoops down and catches them and kind of lowers himself down to his feet, and he goes, "You're okay. You're okay. I got you. You're safe." And gently puts them down on their feet and gestures towards what was the other hero that was helping?
Tachyon.
Tachyon. Okay. And Dragonfly gestures to Tachyon and goes, "Go over there. Tachyon will help you, and we'll get this sorted out. Keep yourself safe. We got this covered."
Which one did you choose again?
I think it was lose valuable time.
I did, lose valuable time. I'm taking the time to actively calm down this citizen who was held hostage. Like, go over. You're safe now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the thing that takes your time, like, you're going to have to probably take. How I'm gonna do this in the meta is you're probably going to have to take 2 turns to do this. But she is terrified, like child in a horror movie style. She is shaking. Her eyes are wide. You can see the whites around her pupils just completely dilated. And she is gripping you and will not let go. So you need to take the time to take her over to Tachyon and release her hands from your arm, calm her down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like this is a good bit. And so that wasn't a full hit, was it? I need to know because of the move I have. I don't know.
I think 7 and above counts as a hit.
Yay! So I get a recharge in regards to what? My power?
Yeah, your power would have recharged if it was lower.
I hadn't used it yet, but that's a thing I have.
Alright, so Eclipse's turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just like, the police should be doing what Tachyon is doing.
They are kind of do that. Like, you do see they are walling off streets to make sure that civilians don't go this direction and stuff.
Good. Eclipse makes a note of that. But also, why weren't they doing that yesterday?
Because it was a sudden low-tier villain attack that wasn't even against civilians.
Yeah. She's still just like... she's just like, this.
Yeah. And, like, another reason that the police are so sparse right now is because stuff like this is happening all over the entire city right now.
Yeah, specifically.
Villains are jumping at the chance to attack heroes right now to try and take over the city.
Yeah.
So, the police are working on the S-tier ones.
Yeah. So Eclipse, she kind of steps forward and sees Viscera and stuff, and she's like, "Viscera, I read up on you when I got my powers." Because Eclipse has the chain powers, too.
Yeah.
Really? Anything good?
I mean, it does strike me as curious why you're here instead of...
prison?
Well, I was gonna say Blood Moon City. I mean, you could have just even waited like another week, and I'm sure Silver Bullet wouldn't have been here anymore.
Silver Bullet is, like, on the ground in front of Viscera, by the way.
But why would I miss a chance to kill another one of the wolves?
I'm just saying, you chose a bad time to do it.
Or did I choose the best time? And she starts to raise her sickle again, and she starts to form another one in her other hand.
Yeah.
I would like to just tackle.
I mean, can I take my move?
It is still Eclipse's turn.
Yes. No, I'm saying where I'm at emotionally, not saying a move I would like to do.
Yeah.
I'm saying I, the human being, would like to hurt this person badly.
You're the one that created this villain, Riley!
Yeah, you're welcome.
So yeah, Eclipse is gonna go ahead and try to strike.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it's good. I got a 9.
9. All right.
Oh wait, plus might, so that's a 10.
Hey!
Nice. Choose one.
We were having so much fun with the last, World of Warcraft guild.
I'd like to say that they temporarily lose an advantage or ability, and I think what Eclipse is going to do here, she has read up on Viscera, like she just mentioned, because when she got her powers, she wasn't, born with her powers, she was cursed. So she got her powers a little later and did some research, specifically on people who are similar to her, and I think that's probably why she started off as a villain, because when you get skull and bone chain powers, it's kind of hard to look for superhero role models.
What?
So she sends out her chains, and instead of going straight for Viscera, she goes for Viscera's scythe, the silver-tipped one, and she breaks it and sends the silver end of it flying off in the other way. So basically the advantage is that weapon that Viscera was preparing for Silver Bullet is now gone.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Solid.
Because Eclipse knows silver is Viscera's thing.
That's really smart, actually.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
We kind of needed that, yeah.
Okay.
Silver Bullet would like to take this opportunity to tackle Viscera.
Sure, go ahead. That would be strike, probably.
Yeah. Just be like, what did you say? And just bam. I'm not even kidding. That is a crit. That is 2 6s.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, what are you doing?
On a 10+, you get to choose one.
Wait, have you advanced strike at all?
I have not.
Aww. I was gonna say, because on a 12+, the target is immediately captured.
Wouldn't that be great if I had that, but I don't.
Because nobody advances basic moves until it's too late.
Yeah. They take pain unless they halt. They are defeated, but you take pain. Ooh, that's interesting. I could defeat them right now and die.
Let's not! Let's not!
Because if I take pain, that's another 2, so that would just end.
Well, she doesn't have the silver, so your armor would still work.
Yeah, I'm going to. They take pain.
They take pain unless they halt.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much pain do they take?
I deal 2 pain, I believe.
2 pain. All right. Yeah, they're not stopping.
Yeah, that checks out. But Silver Bullet just screams, "What did you say?" And then launches herself off the ground flings her body like a cannonball at Viscera and hits Viscera. They both go sprawling. As they're both sprawling, Viscera's pulling herself up. Laura also pulls herself up and yells, Viscera isn't the only one here. Focus on the other guy.
That was definitely, I can say that was definitely Dragonfly's,
but Dragonfly has to skip this turn.
It's true.
Yeah.
You're still over there with Tachyon.
Silver Bullet wants to fight Viscera on her own for now.
For, personal reasons.
For personal reasons, yes.
Well, it's a good thing I got rid of that silver then, because at least now you have a chance.
Thank you!
It's true. Scarlet Crusader turns to you, Eclipse, and this big, wide, ecstatic grin spreads across his face. He says, welcome. What's your name?
I'm surprised you haven't heard of me before. It's Eclipse.
Eclipse! Ah, I remember you.
I thought you might.
What are you doing being a hero now?
Oh, just decided I needed a bit of a career change.
You could do both. Why don't you join me? Together we can take down all the heroes and the villains who should not be at their status.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I completely disagree with your idea of testing the heroes that are gonna be for the city, but, really is now the time to do it.
Of course. If not now, then when? If a poor hero is chosen for the city, then the city will not survive. I will weed out the weaklings.
Eclipse just kind of shrugs. She's like, I heard in other cities they do full tournaments. Could have been a little more organized about it.
Well, this city didn't do that, and that's why I'm here.
Is he gonna strike first? Does he get a turn, or is it my turn?
The villains can't really do anything except his reactions.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm just checking. I didn't know that if they had turns or anything. So she just kind of oh, well, I guess so. But I can't let you continue, especially with Viscera straight up murdering people. And I'm gonna spend a power.
Oh no.
To reroll one of these.
Oh
Oh boy, it's worse.
Oh
no!
I got a 2 and a 3, and then I rerolled the 2 to get a 1 and a 3.
Okay.
So that's bad.
Oh boy, what does he want to do? So what were you doing? What were you doing to attack?
I think she was just kind of going to go ahead and just do her, basic... He's a strong type, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was just gonna try to do her basic, start off with restraining them.
Okay.
So she was sending out her chains again, and these ones are, physical chains instead of magical.
As this is happening, you are summoning your chains and you're throwing your arm forward to throw your chains forward at him. And as you do that, he snaps a finger and you immediately feel dizzy. You feel your vision swimming in front of you. You start to lose your balance and the chains just kind of flop out of the air onto the ground and disappear. As he is using his ability, Rest in Peace, he is slowing your blood flow. And eventually, if it stops, you will die. And you are taking the spent tag.
Okay.
You're simply exhausted by overreaching yourself. You can't make any style moves.
Oof, that's rough. Well, the cool thing is, because I failed that roll, I got my power back.
Yeah.
Ain't that nice?
I just gotta recharge every time I miss. It's great.
Yeah, so Scarlet Crusader, you guys would know, his power is blood related.
Fine.
Yeah. Silver Bullet.
She's gonna rip up a whole section of sidewalk and throw it at.
Oh boy!
She you know how sidewalks are separated into large squares that are 2 by 2 feet? She's just gonna rip up an entire 2 by 2 feet square of concrete out of the ground and discus chuck it at Viscera like a frisbee.
Okay.
Normally Laura is more self-conscious about collateral damage, but in situations where the villain has to go down right now, or in case of this being, Laura is extremely emotionally compromised by this. Laura has the strength to throw cars and things.
Yeah.
So she's gonna just start hucking things at this.
Yeah, so either strike or improvise, I would even take too. Because you're not technically attacking, you're throwing stuff at her. But either strike or improvise.
And the good news is, in a city like this, those cars are covered by insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insurance is a big thing here.
No, I'm gonna do strike.
Okay.
Don't you have genius? You have genius, so wouldn't that give you...
Yeah, the consequence... I don't have genius, and the consequence... I should roll genius, though, to get XP, huh? The consequences just are so much worse.
True.
But no, yeah, sure. Let's roll improvise. Let's be fun. So I just roll strike anyway, so I'm gonna spend a power to re-roll the 1.
God, this is bad.
Okay, I got with the re-roll, with spending the 7, with spending the power, I got it up to a 7.
Okay. Ooh. It takes time to implement. It costs you something of value. It puts innocence at risk.
I'll say it costs me something of value because I don't want to endanger anyone, and it seems weird that it would take me time to discus throw a piece of sidewalk.
Yeah.
So what are you losing? What is valuable to you?
I just got in my mind it was very gory, so I'm not gonna say it, but the idea I had, ow!
Somewhere, Laura's motorcycle is towed.
That'd be so
okay.
Neat.
You are picking up this giant piece of sidewalk, like 4x4, however big they usually are. You're picking this thing up and you huck it at her. And you are in a crazed frenzy. You're not really paying attention. You're just so angry that she is out here, the person that killed your sibling. And you throw it in a wild kind of Hulk way and just barely miss her. She runs forward, ducking under the piece of cement, and comes directly at you. And she swings her second slice that she had made at you, and you manage to duck away from it. But it does tear up directly into your mask, and it comes fluttering away.
The whole mask?
Mm-hmm. It tears off with her scythe.
Oh, that is something of value.
Laura, when she discus through the sidewalk, she screamed, "This is for my sister." Oh. Now that the mask, it's after Viscera tears away the mask, Laura immediately ducks and tries to lift her hands up in front of her face.
She kind of struts towards you, pulling the mask off of her scythe and holding it up, and she says, "What was her name again? Lainey?"
She wouldn't know her name.
Yeah. Alyssa. What did they say in the news? I don't know. Did they even say? And she is not fazed by you.
Man, this is the worst time to cut back to me.
Yeah, Dragonfly, what you doing?
So Dragonfly's finally gotten Tachyon to help take care of the frightened citizen, and Dragonfly's been like, "I really have to go. He will take care of you. I promise you're in good hands now." We've been repeating that, finally removed the hand that was gripping on, turns, and sees this whole ordeal. Eclipse bleeding out, and the mask on.
I mean, Eclipse isn't bleeding. There's nothing physically happening outside of Eclipse's body.
Eclipse is ready to faint, sort of thing.
Yeah, you see her wobbling and trying to keep her feet under her.
Yeah. And then also with seeing that it's not having a good time. This is not a good time. Takes a breath. Because man oh man, this is not fun times. I'm trying to think, but I don't think anything I could really do besides hit one of them, and I don't know who I want to hit.
Yeah, tough choice.
It is.
Silver Bullet did say she wanted to do this by herself.
This is true.
Yeah, so I feel like with that, then Dragonfly flies up because I get armor when I'm flying, so I'm gonna take that advantage.
Also, to be fair, so for one, Silver Bullet said she wanted to do this herself, and you know she is extremely capable in a fight. However, on the other end, you see this big hulking man just coming towards Eclipse, this tiny little woman.
Yeah.
But you also see Silver Bullet cowering and hiding her face. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. But I feel like with that,
ooh, tough choices.
Yeah, I feel like though seeing that Eclipse is looking about to faint and it's from what the few moments we've gathered have been keeping a distance. Dragonfly's like, how many of us? I can fight. Flies up and then just goes, Scarlet Crusader, you said you wanted to fight? Fight someone who can actually take a hit. And then just flies right down to kick in the face. This is using my flight time. So let me roll that strike. Oh, and I get an experience because I'm using might. Yay!
It's true.
Okay, I'm using a power because I can fucking recharge it. What the fuck is this bullshit? Okay, with that +1, I get a 10. I get a 10. Yes! Oh, thank God! I'm kicking his ass.
All right, choose one.
Okay, so with that, they temporarily lose an advantage or ability.
All right. So you're coming down with a kick.
Yep, but right in the face. I'm using the height advantage. I'm going in, flying in, and just... Literally what happens is you see this flash of green fly up in the air and then zoom in, and next thing you know, green meets red. It looks like Christmas as he just kicks this guy in the face.
Ooh. I'm gonna say for the advantage or ability, they lose their focus on Eclipse. Eclipse starts to recover.
That's what I was aiming for!
Nice.
That's what I wanted!
So you can remove the spent tag.
Hell yeah, this is what I want. And as that Dragonfly hovers and looks at Crusader and goes, like I said, fight someone that can actually take a hit.
Well, little bug, let's see how quickly I can squash you. Eclipse, it's your turn. You shake your head and your vision starts to go back to normal.
Yeah. Trying to think of what the goal would be here. Yeah, Eclipse, she kind of like steadies herself, and she's like, and you know, I don't understand why you would be letting Viscera so blatantly use you in this situation, but I guess you just want to fight. It doesn't matter if she's gonna, you know, she, like, kind of hinting, like, as if they're on the same page. Like,
yeah, he's just like, ha! Viscera wouldn't lie to me. We are on the same track here. We are going to weed out any of the weak heroes to make sure that the true hero comes on top.
oh, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what she said, but obviously her vendetta's getting a little bit, like, I mean, just look at that. It's not like, ugh. Anyway, back to fighting, I guess.
I mean, if you want to roll Persuade...
I wasn't sure if that was a Persuade or a Taunt.
Well, let's see what Taunt is.
It says either erase one of their tags or halt them, but, like... I think the goal more is she's trying to distract him to not be so confident and just like, yes, the two of us are going to fight and this will be... I want him to be like, wait, Viscera, are we on the same page here? Like, just kind of distract him in that way.
Okay.
Can I, like, give him a tag?
Insecure!
Taunt
Insecure!
distracted or doubtful.
Yeah, taunt insecure. Insecure in his dynamic with Viscera. Insecure.
And I don't think that's so much of a role of just, like, in character would he be convinced by that. Like,
no, he's on the verge of himbo.
Oh no!
okay.
If you're not nice and hot, then you're just dumb. The word you're looking for is dumb.
No, I'd say he's hot. And I mean, generally he's nice, just not right now.
I could still try and roll Persuade, but in the same goal of what I wanted for Taunt. Like, what do you think?
It's true. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a Persuade to kind of convince his brain to question it.
Okay. Yeah. And this is also the first time I've rolled Will, so that'll be a +1 for that. And... oof. I'll spend another power. How many times can I spend a power?
However much you have.
Okay. Because I was like, if I reroll again and it's bad, can I reroll again for my second power?
One moment.
Oh, never mind. It's not bad. It's fine. I was just like, if I had another case where I rolled a 1, could I spend my second power to reroll that 1 again?
Yeah, it doesn't say anything for that, so I think you can.
Nice. Cool, but I got an 8 on the persuade.
Right, on a 7 to 9, they require something of you only if you do that. What? If you do that, will they do as what?
Only if they do as you want. I think that's supposed to be only if you do, will they do as you want.
Yeah. They require something of you and will do it if you do that.
What does he want from me? He wants me to join him. He already said that.
It's true. He's pretty dumb, though. So if you pretend to join him, you can betray him later.
I mean, she absolutely would. She's already done that in this series.
So you're trying to convince him that, what's her face? Viscera is lying to him about this.
Yeah. Or more just using him and playing him.
Mm-hmm.
Not as pure-hearted. Like, she's playing to his sense of heroism and being like, hey, I get what you're trying to do here, but Viscera's just using you to get back at her enemy. Like, Viscera doesn't care about your goal here.
Him and his dumb brain. He looks over at Viscera and sees her just bringing down this kid. And he's kind of like, you could see the gears working in his head.
Oh no, you see the smoke out of his ears?
Ugh.
And he turns back to you and says, well, if what you're saying is true, we don't need her. Come with me and we can leave her behind. Together we will change the world.
Eclipse kind of like pretends to get this thoughtful look and she's like, well, I am basically Viscera with my chains, except better, because I too have been on the good and bad side. And as she's saying this, she's kind of like looking over to Dragonfly and like
You can't see what's on Dragonfly's face expression. I would like to state, Dragonfly looks pretty disgusted at what Eclipse is doing.
Okay, this is what Eclipse does. She has her giant hat on. She tilts it down so so Scarlet Crusader can't see. And just like underneath that giant brim, just gives Dragonfly a big thumbs up.
If Scarlet Crusader can't see it, neither can Dragonfly. Dragonfly's flying.
Oh, you're right. Never mind.
Right, yeah.
I forgot he wasn't. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
So I stay there as much as possible.
So what's he doing?
Yeah, Vanessa's like, okay, I see what you're talking about. But, I mean, okay. So I'll join you, and I'll help test the heroes. But it's gonna be a little difficult to test the heroes while Viscera's still doing her thing. So why don't the two of us, we'll deal with Viscera, and then we can deal with these small-time heroes.
Interesting.
And I guess to prove that she's gonna go take a swing at Viscera.
Oh boy.
She's like, you let me know what your plan is, and I'm going to work on stopping Viscera because she is clearly on the wrong track here.
I am going to say you did do your persuade turn, so strike will have to be on your next turn.
Okay. But Eclipse will just start making that move. Like, she's like, okay, well, I'm not fighting you anymore, I'm going towards Viscera, so she is having to trust him a little bit to not...
Yeah.
But she's like, he's not going to double-cross me, what is he going to do?
Yeah, as you are leaving, you and Dragonfly see him kind of, like, thinking. He's, like, stroking his chin a little, like his little scruffle, and he sits down on the edge of the fountain, and he starts kind of, like, mumbling to himself, like, internal monologue style.
Oh my gosh.
And he, like, kind of leans over to one of the other people who used to be a hostage and starts talking to that person, like, staring off into space as he talks.
Like, he's doing his hero, like, vigilante soliloquy right here in the middle.
Yeah!
It's like, what is someone's true motives?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So he's doing that right now. You've basically halted him for a moment.
Nice. That's fine. That's all I needed. He doesn't have to completely change sides. That was so good.
All right. After Eclipse was
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet. This woman is walking towards you and just kind of gloating.
Silver Bullet slowly lowers her hands to reveal the fact that she has grown fur all over her face.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
It looks like the second or third part of an Animorphs cover.
Oh, no.
Like, it's not pretty. Like, wolf fur has grown over her face. Her eyes have changed into like this glowing yellow color, but also her face has also started to elongate slightly, but like not all the way, just a little bit, so that it doesn't look right.
She kind of tilts her head at you and goes, "Oh, why don't you let me see your face? I bet you're as pretty as your sister."
You took everything from her, and you are so lucky. I'm better than you. And she is going to, she's gonna grab a car and swing the car at the woman like it's a baseball bat.
Oh! All right, roll strike.
That is a 12.
Oh! Choose one.
Yeah. I'm going to say they are incapacitated, but not undefeated. I just like whack-a-mole her with Laura just smashes the car down into her, pinning her into the ground.
Oh.
Just crunch. There's like this massive car just kind of folding in on itself as it's pushed down into the concrete over Viscera. And Silver Bullet wipes tears away from her eyes and then lifts up the car again and smashes it down a second time.
Oh!
Her name? You don't get to know her name. You don't get to see my face. You don't get to know what my mother does every day. You are not a part of our life. You never were. You don't get to act like you matter. You don't. The only claim on any of my family that you have is the things you've taken away. My sister, all the time that my mother should have spent with me and Lyle when we grew up, but instead she spent it out in streets and warehouses and docks beating your ass. And that's all you deserve.
You don't hear a response back from under the car.
There's no response from under the car?
I mean, she's under a car.
I was gonna say, that tends to quiet people down pretty damn well.
Okay, I know Viscera isn't beaten, so...
Yeah, no.
And I think Silver Bullet also feels that.
You know that this would have killed a normal person, and probably could have killed her if it weren't for her healing factor, so she is probably healing right now.
No, yeah. Silver Bullet has watched her mom do worse to Viscera, and has seen Viscera do worse to Viscera, and so knows that she can let loose like this also somewhere deep in her lizard brain.
So incapacitated, I'm going to say she's going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah. Who came and threw an attack at Viscera? That was Eclipse, right?
Oh, Eclipse was going to strike.
I was going to.
Okay.
Eclipse just kind of stops running and stops next to you.
Oh, can I pick up my mask?
Yeah, there's time to do that.
Yeah, she picks up the dropped, tattered mask and she puts it back on.
I think Eclipse was more making a show of her heading away from... Yeah. She was more making a show of her heading away from Crusader, being like, I'm on your side now, I'm not going to fight you, I'm going to go fight Viscera instead.
Silver Bullet is wearing her cowl like Tobey Maguire wears the Spider-Man cowl in the last third of a Spider-Man movie, which is to say it's like 70% gone, but
Yeah.
it's still in there. It's still hanging on.
I would say with that, Dragonfly sees Scarlet Crusader. A lot of emotions going on. We're gonna tuck that down for after the big fight. And so there are still people in the area, yeah?
Yeah, specifically around, Tachyon has been able to get most of the people closer to the water fountain away while you've been distracting them, but there still are the two people left that are next to Scarlet Crusader that he's kind of having a talk with. It's a very one-way talk, to be clear. He's talking to them to just bounce his ideas off of them.
I want to say Dragonfly kind of flies and hovers in and grabs them like gently and she's like, we're gonna looks at Scarlet Crusader and goes, we're going to continue this, but you can bounce your ideas off of the fountain because these people are not involved.
Of course. Do your hero work.
And just like takes them away. I'm getting the innocent bystanders out of there. That is my thing. I am making sure doesn't draw too much attention. That's why he like was hovering slowly and he's like, come on.
Yeah. So I'll allow you to take your turn to one by one fly them out of this area.
I want to do a rescue mainly because that gives me, because then I can, I want to recharge my power.
Sure, roll rescue. Nothing's really happening right now, but
exactly.
They're being rescued from the pain of having to listen to.
Well, they're also still hostages. Like if things go south.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an 8. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
I assume another you lose valuable time.
Yeah, I'm working. Because I want
to take the pain meant for them. You have to sit in on his internal monologue.
Yeah, he's just hovering there. You can't see the expression.
Eclipse, it's your turn.
Yeah, she sees that Viscera has pretty much been flattened like a pancake.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Yeah, you would also notice that Silver Bullet has not moved from the spot and is just waiting. Just standing at attention.
I think also at this point, it's been a few seconds, and you kind of see the car start to, like, shift minorly.
I think Eclipse kind of goes up next to Silver Bullet, and it's like, she just kind of says this a little quieter. She's like, I know there's a whole vendetta between the two of you, but this isn't exactly healthy. Can I give a hand?
I mean, there's nothing else for you to do. I don't think that idiot is going to do anything. I don't know. I think I just needed to prove something to myself. Last time, now isn't the time to talk. They're not done. They're gonna get up.
Yeah. And I think Eclipse is just gonna try and, I think Eclipse is gonna try and strike before Viscera even manages to get out of.
Oh. So what's your plan? What are you doing?
She's got her chains. They're flexible.
Just kind of snake them down under there?
Yep.
Yikes.
I think she's just gonna go for her magical chains and try and be like, alright, Viscera's healing? Well, let's just make it so that one, she can't move. Let's just...
Oh, I see.
Let's just stop her. She's gonna do magical, restraint. I think.
Okay.
I don't think Eclipse can, specifically choose what sort of power the restraints stop, but she's like, this can either stop the bones or stop the healing. Something will help.
Yeah.
It's hard to tie her up because she can just make bone spikes come out and tear up the restraints. And if you put handcuffs on her, she just dislocates her, she breaks her hands and pulls them out.
I got a 9, Jamie.
Okay, so choose one.
That was Silver Bullet giving advice. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Might. It's a 10+, never mind.
Hey!
Okay.
I forget I have a plus to might, because I feel like I never play any strong characters. Except for that one time I played Finley. Well, they're already incapacitated but undefeated. I'm gonna say temporarily lose an advantage or ability again. And this time, I guess I'll let you choose whether, like, it's the healing or the power, but she's using her magical powers to, like, actually block an ability.
I'm actually gonna say, if you want to do lose an advantage, I could put, let's see, the ensnared tag on her, since you are tying her up.
Yeah, but magically, so she can't just...
Yeah, so she is ensnared. She is unable to move from her current spot. So she is under the truck and also tied up magically. Silver Bullet, it's your turn.
What is Viscera doing?
Viscera is still under the car. You saw it shaking earlier, meaning she was trying to get back up again. And it's kind of calmed back down now that they're tied up again.
Okay. She is, narratively, I would like to say she puts her foot on the car and presses down a little bit. Just to make sure you're really stuck in there. But for the move, I would like, she like takes a shaky breath and tries to like center herself emotionally, and I'd like to roll to steal yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm not kidding, that's another 12.
Nice!
I swear, it like, if you want, I will screenshot these dice rolls. I've never rolled this well in my life.
No, I will let you have them. You deserve the good rolls.
The number rocks, they hate me, is the thing that you have to understand about me and my complicated relationship with the number rocks. It's that they don't like me very much.
So on a hit, you remove one pain or tag. Also, Reese from earlier, on a hit, you recharge. I think a hit is only a 10 plus.
That's what I asked!
Yeah, it didn't say in the thing or anywhere near what I was reading, but on here it says on a hit, and then on a 7 to 9.
That's why I was asking.
I'm still gonna let you have it for now, but for the future.
Okay, thank you.
Because we're bad at playing.
It's true.
We're better at role-playing than we are at actually playing, so don't worry if we just decide not to retcon things.
Sometimes it's also good for the narrative.
Yeah, why retcon when you can have fun?
Why retcon when you could have cool fights?
Yeah! Speaking of, Dragonfly. You are doing people.
Yeah.
You're on your second person right now.
Yeah, I'm getting people out of there, trying to block out whatever the hell Scarlet Crusader's saying, and trying to keep my temper on a cool.
Yeah, you fly back, and he's like in the second half of his monologue, and he's like, "What truly makes a hero, and a villain, a villain? What is the difference between good and evil? And why are they so separated? There's a fine line between the two that you could easily walk, but people don't know how," and you just take away the second person.
Silver Bullet is going to also start heading towards Scarlet Crusader also.
Oh? Well,
yeah. Let Reese finish their turn and everything, but I'm just saying this is the point
that is
where
Reese's turn. Reese took the rescue and took lost valuable time.
Yeah.
So this is Reese's second turn. Eclipse, it is your turn again.
Yeah, what's generally the way of dealing with supervillains that need to go to the locker? Because, like, I understand that Silver Bullet is walking over towards Scarlet Crusader, but Viscera's still here, and, like, I feel like we gotta work ASAP.
She's under a metal pancake.
Yeah, but also...
And tied up under the metal pancake.
It does depend. It depends on the fight, because sometimes if there is, like, a flight hero that is strong enough, they can just carry them to the prison. Other times they are contained by the police, if they have the stuff for that. How was Viscera contained last time, Riley?
With
your mom.
Okay, now I have to think about... Okay, So the fight with the last fight between Blood Moon and Viscera, I know Laura was there. I'm trying to think if Lyle was. I
think at that point, I don't think Lyle was there.
No, I don't think Lyle would have been there just yet because he would have been training at that point, but if it would have just been right after, so yeah, I don't think he would have been there. And if I did say he was there, that's getting retconned here. And maybe I'll change my mind later. Who knows? But basically, they in the previous fight, Blood Moon and the current Timberwolf, which was Laura's little sister Lindsay, were fighting Viscera, and Viscera got the upper hand on Lindsay and took the chance to kill her. And basically, Blood Moon prioritized taking care of her child and trying to get her child to medical attention and to like what care she could at that moment. And Viscera was able to escape. After that, Blood Moon and Silver Bullet like came into town for this. They immediately like began hunting down Viscera, who proceeded to like go on like a small rampage through the city. Because she was like emboldened by her victory, so she kind of just started going in a straight line across the city and into other cities and like country, just doing whatever the hell she wanted, and left this very obvious trail to be followed. So Blood Moon and Silver Bullet like pursued her, and there was a very emotional fight at that point that I know Silver Bullet was present for, which resulted in the defeat of Viscera. And Blood Moon then, because she is a member of CCWP, was able to immediately take Viscera straight to the locker, where presumably she had been until she just broke out recently. So in that case, they were able to take Viscera to the locker immediately after the fight because Blood Moon is Blood Moon. But mostly, I think you have to contact the locker or contact a major CCWP hero to ask them to contact the locker.
And you do know that Future Man and the Philosopher are here. So you know they're probably watching you right now, and if anything goes really bad, they will step in.
This is true. Yeah. Laura just starts walking towards Scarlet Crusader and just goes like, okay, dude, what are we doing? You wanted to test the resolve of heroes? Well, here I am.
Yeah, Eclipse kind of like runs up behind her, and she's like, yeah, we kind of dealt with, well, Silver Bullet kind of dealt with Viscera, so that's pretty tested, if you ask me. Also, and then she kind of like leans in, Silver Bullet, don't you think you should like call Blood Moon or something to come pick this one up? Like now?
As soon as we finish the job, I'll call Blood Moon. But she points at Scarlet Crusader and just goes, are you gonna go home or are you gonna go to jail?
But we haven't finished our test. And he comes at you.
She just puts up her fists.
He is avoiding you, Eclipse.
Yeah.
He's under the impression that you two are a team right now, so he is going to continue his test on Silver Bullet and Dragonfly.
Yeah.
So I guess this would be stand firm?
Either stand firm or... No, yep, stand firm.
Yeah, this is stand firm. Hey, that's a 9.
A 9! Choose
on a 7
one.
to 9, choose one. Take one pain in addition to any other pain taken or tag is established. Give up on an immediate or short-term goal. Give way. They are not halted, but you take -1, +1 ongoing against them in this scene. I would like... Okay. This is Riley. I would like to give up on an immediate or short-term goal and have that short-term / immediate goal be the capture of Viscera. I would like Viscera to escape.
Ah.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
While, basically, like, Laura doesn't want this, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I think Viscera is a bigger villain than this, and that fight wasn't a lot. Viscera is a bigger deal than this, and I think Viscera should get away to put up a bigger fight later. Yeah. I think Viscera had their fun, and
it is the end of 2 turns anyway. The car starts to move. I already had this planned. The car starts to move, and one end of it starts to lift up as you see sticking out of the pit under it is.
Oh, actually, we shouldn't see this. No, or at least Laura shouldn't. No, Laura it gets tackled
the camera, by the audience sees.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Laura's getting tackled by bad Iron Man.
The car starts to lift up, and the audience sees Viscera's leg just pushing up on the bottom of the car because her arms are currently restrained.
It's deflattening. It's resuming a 3-dimensional shape.
Yeah, just body parts realigning. You hear pops of bones being put back into place.
She's inflating.
And she manages to kick off the car, and she tries to stand up. And that is going to be her turn.
Oh, it's not a sneaky, dip out.
She got crushed by a car. I don't think that's going to be...
Yeah. Her turn was the move, push off the car, and stand up.
Yeah, I would also like to resolve the scene with Silver Bullet, and I would like Viscera to just as a writer, I think it's more satisfying if Viscera gets away here.
It is Silver Bullet's turn.
Yeah, but in Silver Bullet's turn, Silver Bullet is standing firm against Scarlet Crusader. So Silver Bullet just got tackled by this bad Iron Man, and I would like to get the camera back on that and see what that looks like before we move on.
So this man comes just barreling at you, this big clunky man just making dents in the cement as he's running at you. And he hasn't really made any physical attacks yet, but this time he does just come at you and tries to punch you since you are in so close range right now. And you stood firm. You are...
Like I said, Silver Bullet had she takes a boxing pose when she gets into fights. She was taught to box by her, she was taught multiple fighting arts, but her preferred one is a weird mix of boxing and improvised martial arts. So she
I'm gonna say even if you did see Viscera getting up, you wouldn't be able to leave this fight.
No, she didn't. I want to make it clear she didn't.
I'm just saying even if you did, this man is going to keep you in this fight. You cannot leave.
Yeah, she puts her hands are already up in front of her in the boxing pose, so she's able to very easily lift them up and take the blow on her.
Yeah.
Werewolf reinforced hands.
It hurts, but not enough to do damage.
Yeah.
Dragonfly, you're back in the fight.
Okay.
He is coming at Silver Bullet right now.
I feel like throw hands with the bad Iron Man. I'm not even going to say a word that has been... He's kind of pent up from the whole thing, from listening to that argument. Got some pent up frustration. Just gonna come in with a punch.
All right, roll strike.
That is an 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
So choose one.
I'm gonna say they take pain unless they halt.
He's gonna take pain.
Okay, so good thing I'm gonna be... We both got 1 armor. We'll see how this goes.
So you come down and are you kicking him like you did before?
No, this one's a punch. Just getting kind of frustrated.
Yeah, you come down and you swing a wild punch at his face, and he's not wearing a full helmet, like the way Iron Man does, because you can still see his hair, but it's kind of like a front face mask. that is reminiscent of an old-fashioned medieval helmet. And you kind of punch the side, and there's a clang of your metal fist on his metal face, and he just laughs.
The difference between good and evil is we don't harm innocents. He's been wanting to say that. He was so mad.
And what do you deem as innocent, little bug?
People trying...
Fight continues. It's Eclipse's turn.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Eclipse's next move would be.
Yeah, because he thinks you're on his side right now.
Yeah, she's not really wanting to step in at the moment, and actually she's still kind of concerned about Viscera, which I did want to ask, because Viscera is still bound by Eclipse's powers.
That's why I made her not able to move in the one turn. She is going to do something to get out of them and then move on the next turn.
Yeah. Okay, so right now Eclipse is still focused on the whole, Scarlet Crusader and everyone, like, banding up there. She's like, okay, well, if Silver Bullet thinks it's fine to leave Viscera for the moment and deal with the other one, then okay. I'm gonna say Eclipse is not going to move in at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like I have any pain to get rid of or anything.
This is true.
Oh, I know what she does. While they're fighting, she's going to step back a little bit, and she brings out some chains as if she's kind of like deciding who to attack, sort of thing, but like not actually going for it. And she's like, Scarlet Crusader, I don't see why you weren't like invited to be one of the protectors of this town. You're so interested in protecting it, like, and testing the heroes to be the protectors of the city. Like, why aren't you also fighting to be a protector of the city?
Because I don't want to be the patron of a single city. I want to test those who wish to be the patrons so that all of the world will be protected.
Oh, get over yourself.
You are so full of it? What the hell? Like,
dude, you suck.
Honestly, yeah. They're just double. They're like, you suck.
Think what you want, but I have seen my efforts be fulfilled in many different ways.
Yeah, we're about to fulfill your effort in one way in particular.
Yeah, and I think that's Eclipse's turn. She's just like kind of wasting time at the moment.
Yeah.
I just had a thought. She's doing the thing where you're a bartender and you just constantly clean glass. Like, it's I look like I'm busy, but I'm really not doing shit.
Yeah. Top of the initiative. Not that we have one. Viscera basically just kind of flexes, and you see spikes just like come out of her bones and shred the magical chains, and they kind of disintegrate around her.
Which is definitely going to alert Eclipse.
Yeah, and she looks over at that fight over there and a little confused as to what Scarlet Crusader was thinking.
Yeah, he's taking on 3 at once.
Yeah, and also seemed to turn against her, so...
I mean, he is an S-rank villain. We've been dunking on this dude a lot, but he is supposedly a big deal.
Well, yeah. If you've noticed, he hasn't taken damage.
Yeah, he hasn't taken any damage.
Yeah, he's kind of just having fun, is the thing, and we're just having fun ribbing on him having fun.
Yeah.
We're just like, dude, why even here? He could be doing bigger things. Like,
I am having fun. Silver Bullet is not.
She looks at that fight over there and she sees Eclipse glance at her, and she really wants to continue the fight, but she would prefer if she could just fight Silver Bullet, because that's what's fun to her, but she doesn't want to deal with the rest.
I think that was her main goal in having Scarlet Crusader with her, was to deal with the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now Scarlet Crusader is being weird. So she kind of just gives, like, a little salute wave to Eclipse and just, like, runs back around a building. Silver Bullet, it's your turn.
Silver Bullet doesn't notice any of this. Because if she did, she would pursue Viscera. You said he's wearing power armor?
Basically, yeah. It
Alright,
doesn't do much functionally other than be actual armor.
Other than look cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so, what was Silver Bullet's thought? Oh, we're gonna fulfill your thing, alright? She wants to... If the power armor doesn't do anything besides provide protection, then she doesn't really feel the need to attack or damage the power armor in particular. Oh no. She rolled a 5 total.
Oh no, to strike?
Yeah, I guess she's fighting Scarlet Crusader. I was trying to reason through, like, what her goal in the fight was. Like, if she thought the power armor was doing, like, stuff for him, she would have tried to disable it or tear it off. And somehow, but it seems like it's just there to provide protection.
Yeah.
And his powers come from him, and he's not really that much of a gadget guy. So she wouldn't be like, so the armor wasn't the main goal. So I guess she just was like punching and like, superhero cool fight things at him. And it goes bad. He is able to do a big hurdy on her.
You're swinging at him and you're trying to get a hit on him. And he is nimbly dodging. For such a big man, he is oddly nimble. And he is dodging all of your attacks, like stepping side to side, back and back. And as you're doing this, he says, "Well, aren't you a speedy little dog? Let's see if we can't do that better." And he snaps his finger, and you feel adrenaline rush through you. And for a moment, you feel faster, stronger, all of this that happens when you have, like, the mother's adrenaline syndrome kick in.
Oh.
And then it's too much. You feel like you're having a heart attack. You feel every like vessel in your body like it's about to pop as your blood rushes through your body way faster than it ever should as he's doing his move heart attack.
Oh.
So he can either do pain or tag with this. Let's look at his tags.
Are you having a goddamn heart attack?
Yeah, his powers are either slow you down or speed you up until you die.
I know, but Laura just having a heart attack for a split second, then popping back up.
The ripe age of 20-something.
Yeah, she's, I think, 25 right now.
Okay. So what happens is, what I said about you feeling like your blood vessels are going to pop with all the blood rushing through them? That does happen. You feel blood starting to drip from your eyes and from your temples, and just anywhere there's a major artery, you feel...
We should tag this episode for body horror. A lot of body horror in this episode.
Yeah. You start to feel blood dripping down your body, and it's not enough to cause you pain meta-wise, but you are going to take the tag bleeding. So you take a pain if you remove this tag.
Okay. I bet her powers are feeling out of control too, because she's already, like, has a lot, like, really enhanced strength and speed and senses. So I bet this in particular like her heart just is drumming in her chest and she can't hear anything besides her heart, and just I think Laura just crumples for a moment. Laura just goes down temporarily as she tries to catch her breath.
Dragonfly, you see your friend drop for a moment.
Yeah, no, I'm pissed off. I'm mad. I could do rescue with less speed. I have a +1 for both. I just also really want to punch because he's mad.
But you know that you can't really do damage to him.
Why can't we do damage to him?
Dragonfly in particular can't, because Dragonfly only does 1 pain, and he has 1 armor.
Okay.
Once I level up, that will change.
Yeah. So, like, specifically, unless you do really well in a role where you get to choose a tag, you're not
That's
gonna do
what
it.
I'm debating.
Yeah.
I want to choose a tag. Plus, I want Dragonfly to actually get hurt at some point in a fight. Believe it or not, I don't want.
Yeah, if you fail one of your rolls.
I want. So okay, I'm gonna
remember to be taking XP for all these fails.
I haven't failed though.
Silver bullet.
Silver bullet has. But
oh, yeah, that was another failure, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm debating because if I do rescue, that'd be interesting because then the take the pain or tagment is a really good idea. Both of them are +1. I don't know what to do.
He punched the dude. We haven't put any pain on him this entire session. Punch the man.
I got a 12. We're good. I got a 12.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Man, I really want to do that they're defeated and I take pain. I want that so badly. I actually want to get hit really badly. So I think I'm choosing they are defeated but you take pain.
Okay.
There's a lot of things going on. He's angry. Silver bullet just dropped, and there's a whole situation to talk about. Eclipse is over there. He's mad about Eclipse in general. Again, not right now, but afterwards. There are gotta be words said. And he just, probably in the air, just goes, "Can you shut up and just go down?" And just, I want a big old, hit, big fight moment. I don't know exactly how it goes, but
the KO hit where it goes in slow motion as you...
Yeah. What happens is when you come down, you know from your last hit that you can't actually damage him. So in your anger, you just kind of ram your whole body down on him from the sky. And
that sounds right.
He kind of not crumples under you, but he does fall under your weight of your armor and your body. You're what, like 140-pound body?
I'm like 6 feet, and I've described that he is true. Samoan. I'm actually pretty big.
That's true. Okay.
So I'm a pretty I'm big.
Not to mention the armor you're wearing too.
I'm wearing armor, so yeah, that's solid. I'm just pile driving.
Maybe 250 with the armor. So you bring all this weight down on him, and he kind of crumples under you, and he just kind of takes a moment where he's just like, never thought that would happen. Odd.
Just gets pile drived by a giant dragonfly dude.
Yeah, and you are going to take 2 pain from that.
I take 1 because I was in the air.
Nice. Your armor cushions most of the fall. So he is defeated, but I checked what that tag means. It stops his current goal, but he can still do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dragonfly and that, after pile driving, starts pushing himself up and he goes, "Ow." Okay. Shakes his head a bit. He's fine overall. This isn't the worst. Obviously this isn't the worst, but he goes, "Haven't done that in a long time."
Crusader just kind of scratches his blonde hair and goes, "I don't know if that's heroic or dumb."
Laura coughs up blood inside her mask.
I couldn't hit you the normal way. I'm pretty big.
I will give you points for creativity.
Thanks. If you could stop giving my partner, my heroic partner a heart attack, that'd be great.
Yes, sorry.
Eclipse kind of steps forward and is going to try to persuade him to stop the fight.
Okay, yeah. Roll persuade.
So Eclipse, she kind of steps forward, and, she's seeing what's happening to Silver Bullet, and she knows what just happened to her before when she was fighting this guy. She's like, this is bad. And she also just saw Viscera run off. So she's like, actually, Scarlet Crusader, I have somewhere I need to be. Can we, leave this for another time? This whole, testing the heroes thing, I'm a little busy today. So basically she's just like, let's postpone this. And I got a 7.
They require something of you.
Actually, hold on.
Yep.
I'm going to spend my last power and reroll that 1 for an 8. Damn it.
You're doing it.
Well, I still got an 8. Okay.
You're doing it.
Oh my gosh. He reaches into what it looks kind of like a pocket, but it's like a little metal capsule that he unclips from the side of his leg, and he reaches in, he pulls out a little notepad and a pen.
It's like, give me his number.
He writes down something, puts it away, takes off the 1 paper, hands it to you. It is a number.
Oh my god.
And he gives you, like, the little call me hand sign.
Oh my god!
She like smiles and nods, like, you know, the girl, like, TM that look.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, this was just a different genre of an episode for Laura. Y'all just had a different episode.
I know!
Laura's having her gritty, dark, like, Batman Returns episode, and everyone else is like...
She's having a terrible time right now.
He continues, and he kind of looks at all of you, and I'm sure none of you let him, but he tries to give each of you, like, a head pat. And he towers, like, over all of you. Even you, Dragonfly. You may be tall, but he's taller. And he tries to give each of you a head pat, and he's like, "Well done, little ones. You did quite well. I am impressed with what you did today. I look forward to possibly facing you in the future when the ranks have whittled down a little bit more. And now, Viscera left me. Viscera!
What?
How dare she?" And he, like, full-on transforms into anger. And, like, you haven't seen that yet, but somehow this in particular has upset him insanely. And he goes running in a direction.
Laura turns and stares over at the car and sees it's been pushed up and moved. No.
Dragonfly kind of makes his way over and crouches down, offering a hand, and he goes, "I feel like there was a lot that we all," and he like kind of, the tone in his voice very obviously means, including Eclipse, need to talk about, and offers his hand out.
Eclipse is like, "What did I do?"
In Dragonfly's eyes, a lot.
She's like, "I thought I did everything perfectly today."
Not in Dragonfly's eyes. And so he offers his hand and he goes, Let's take you somewhere where you at least can settle down. I know."
Laura gets up shakily, and I'm guessing the effects of the heart attack have left.
Yes.
And kind of limps, drags herself over, lifts up the car pancake, looks underneath it, doesn't see Viscera, drops car pancake.
"Let's go."
She nods. She kind of cracks her neck and like limps back over to you. Her wounds are healing, but very slowly, and all of her wounds are recovering, but the cut on her back is taking a much longer time with it. But she looks like she'll be okay if she gets like a good rest for the next day or so.
Dragonfly looks at Eclipse, takes a deep breath, because Dragonfly wants to talk to all of them, but Laura kind of, like, Silver Bullet needs a moment, and so...
Yeah.
And goes, "You know the apartment complex?" And lists off the street name and goes, "That one there? I don't know the street name. I'm not going to think of one off the fly. I'm bad at that."
Yeah.
And this is to Eclipse.
Eclipse is like, "I have GPS. I can find it."
Rooftop. Or fire escape, actually.
Do you want... I could drive you guys.
No.
Actually, I would like a ride. I don't really feel like walking right now.
And Dragonfly just looks at Laura and goes, "You weren't going to walk."
Okay.
Dragonfly is like, "I was gonna carry you."
And drip blood the entire way.
Wait, were you gonna carry me, like, in your arms?
I'm strong enough for starters.
No, I don't want to do that.
Fine, okay, give us a ride.
Eclipse is also like, "I could also just take you back to my hotel."
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Sure.
The perks of not having a place to give out as a secret base.
Yeah.
So Eclipse is going to drive them all back to the hotel. The very nice hotel with a nice hot shower and bath and...
Nice. Probably a pool.
And a continental breakfast.
Of course.
Oh, my mask is all ruined. I gotta order a new mask.
Actually, Eclipse orders room service for, like, more towels and stuff.
Yeah, so, like, when they get back, Dragonfly definitely has, for sure, probably taken off the like coverall of the suit, so the tattoos and kind of rolling the shoulders. Not the mask. Probably the voice modulator, but not the goggles. The goggles are very much like a big. It's security for Chase.
Yeah, and Eclipse like completely understands.
Yeah, so he pacing, probably letting Laura get situated a little better. Silver Bullet in this case, but
yeah, Laura's like, "Can I use your shower?"
Absolutely, it's not even my shower. Worst case, they'll charge me for all the blood in it. Like, go on.
Yeah, I just gotta rinse off. And she goes, washes off all the blood, and comes back later in the change of clothes she brought.
That's another reason Eclipse was like ordering extra room service for towels and stuff. She's so rich that she could just be like, these towels are gonna get ruined. Put it all in my card.
Yeah.
Eclipse sits down at like the little hotel room desk, and she looks at the piece of paper and she's like, I hate when men give me their phone numbers.
Waiting for Laura, just straight up.
Yeah, Laura comes back. She's all healed up at this point, except for the back wound, but the back wound isn't serious anymore, at least.
Takes a deep breath. Doesn't know where to start, but then after a moment just turns to Laura and goes, takes a deep breath and goes, I know from the news about Viscera, but what exactly went down to get that reaction? If you don't mind. There's a lot, and I think you kind of need to let it off.
Do you know how many Timberwolves there have been?
3, if I remember. The one that was in that, thing with Hypertide? What's the thing?
Yeah. 3. My mom had 3 children. Growing up, I became her first sidekick. I was Timberwolf. Eventually, I decided I couldn't be the kind of person I wanted to be in that position with her, and due to some disagreements at the time, I went my own way. Well, my little sister Lindsay stepped up. She became the second Timberwolf, and she was good at it until Viscera got her.
I remember that.
She just nods. My mom and I were fighting at the time, so I wasn't there to help. And my little sister paid for it. So I came back, and me and my mother, we hunted down Viscera, and we made her pay, and we sent her to the locker, where we were under the impression she was going to stay forever to rot. But I guess that wasn't the case.
Dragonfly takes a deep breath and just goes, I didn't realize every single Timberwolf was family. I'm so sorry.
Blue Moon was my father. After what happened with Lindsay, he retired and actually became an anti-superhero activist. My little brother became the next Timberwolf for a little bit, but I think that was a tough job to have, especially following up Lindsay after what happened. And eventually he decided to follow in my footsteps and go on his own way. So I guess Mom is alone right now, handling it by herself. Yeah, the wolf pack has always been family.
Also, you said that when you and your mom were fighting, so you weren't there. I need you to know it wasn't your fault.
I know it wasn't my fault. It's no one's fault but Viscera. My mom was there. She was doing her best. Lindsay was there. She was doing her best. Lyle wasn't old or ready enough. The blame lies on that monster. I just wish I could have been there to help. Maybe if I had sorted out my nonsense with my mother beforehand, the three of us could have taken her down. But that wasn't the case.
That's what I'm saying, is that it's not nonsense to want to branch out. It wasn't.
No, that wasn't the problem, and I'm still independent. I work with my mother sometimes, and I'm still a member of the wolf pack, but I haven't gone back to being her sidekick, and I still work independently.
Yeah, of course.
I was making bad decisions, and some of them were good, but I did them for wrong reasons, and just I thought I knew what was best, and I went my own way, and it didn't work out for my siblings or for my mother.
How old were you when you branched out?
Hard to say. Young and stupid.
Exactly. Young and stupid. That doesn't mean it was up to you. Again, as you said earlier, it was no one's fault but that monster's.
Can't believe they got away again.
I believe that out of anything, you'll get Viscera again, and if you need it, you have me on your side. That's losing family is hard, and losing family to something like that is worse. And then less angry than before because just of the tone of the situation.
Yeah.
Dragonfly turns to Eclipse and goes, I don't care if it was a ruse or anything. The way you acted,
I'm sorry?
The way you acted with Scarlet Crusader, even if you were pretending, I don't know. I don't know at this point. I don't know what your intentions are. I don't anymore. I get it.
Eclipse was doing her best to help.
Her best to help in what? Standing aside while we fought? Because that happened. I saw that. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know. Because I was trying to help bystanders. Everything.
She was distracting Scarlet Crusader how she knew how to.
But that's my point. Not all of them are going to be that way. And the fact of the matter is, I don't know how to fully go out and trust your judgment anymore. You had a good idea, and you thought you had a good idea. We had to talk you down. I don't know anymore. And I know you have good intentions, but at the same time, I don't. You're going back and forth in what seems like you're trying, but I don't know if I would feel comfortable with you being the hero of the city because of that. You're still figuring yourself out, and that's not a bad thing, but I think you need to figure out exactly before you take on this mantle of being the city protector. Because if not, innocent people are going to have to step up again. And in bigger ways, and we don't know what's going to happen. I can't account for that. And I gave last time I was so close to just losing. I tried. I can't with this. Can't just giving chances is what makes things go awry. there's only a certain amount, and I have people I care for, and I'm not the only one who can't protect themselves. I got lucky in that explosion. Not everyone did. I know you want to be good, but with what we've seen so far, I don't know if being this city's patron is the right point at this point.
Eclipse just kind of stayed silent through that entire rant. And then at the end of it, she just kind of, looks at you, Dragonfly, and she's like, this morning, you guys were telling me to do nothing, and then when I try to strategize and include doing nothing into my strategy, all you guys want to do is punch and fight.
Because that's what this job entails. You have to learn when to do nothing and when to punch and fight. And you don't seem to have gathered when to do that yet. Which again, finding yourself, turning yourself for better. I'm not saying you can't do that. You're trying.
You know, Dragonfly, I don't need to sit here and listen to you yell.
No, you don't.
So she gets up and leaves.
No, before she does, Laura is gonna speak up for
Eclipse. Definitely gets up.
Laura isn't gonna stop you. I want Laura to stick up for Eclipse one more time and be like, Eclipse kept Scarlet Crusader out of that fight. I know you might not agree with their methods or fully trust their judgment, but like it or not, they did help.
You don't need to do that, Silver Bullet. I understand that just Dragonfly doesn't like me and doesn't trust me, and that's completely fine with me. I understand from who I am and where I've been and where I've come from, who I've come from. Lots of people have that reaction to me, and I'm fine with it. I'm not going to sit here and be yelled at. That's not the kind of person I am, so I'm going to go. And you two are free to use this room. Keys on there.
This is your hotel room. I can fly back. I'm not going to kick you out of your own...
Oh, believe me, you are not kicking me out. I will be back eventually. I need to go cool my head. And I have someone I need to talk to.
Laura is going to walk out with Eclipse.
Oh yeah. No, Dragonfly is already zipping up the suit, getting ready to head back.
Silver Bullet, if you need to recover, you absolutely can use this place.
She smiles and she goes, I recover quick, and I just wanted to say, and she gives you a little light shoulder punch, and she just says, good work out there.
Thank you. And Silver Bullet, I do hope you feel better soon. I know you will, but I just have to say it. And Dragonfly, I don't blame you. You are a good hero. Thank you for your feedback. And she... I guess they're all going their separate ways now.
Yeah.
And Jamie, I would like to have another scene with, Future Man, if possible.
Oh my gosh, I also wanted to have a scene with Future Man!
Meanwhile, I wanted a scene with my nephew. That's all I wanted.
Let's do Eclipse and then Dragonfly and then Silver Bullet, so that it's not two Future Mans in a row.
It'd be weird. We end up walking the same direction, right?
Jamie, you don't even have to have them both be Future Man. You could be like, oh, Future Man isn't available. Here you go, have the Philosopher.
No! That's bad!
Oh, no.
It's like that awkward thing of where two people say goodbye and then walk the same direction.
They already did that, though. We already had that moment.
You know what? I think it's more important that Eclipse gets that moment with Future Man, because I think Future Man is a really good supportive voice.
I do have something for Silver Bullet if you don't want to do Future Man.
No, I think Silver Bullet will, so we can get that. Silver Bullet will prioritize getting her suit fixed, I guess, and we can have whatever scene you want to have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eclipse needs Future Man more than me.
Yeah, well, I kind of wanted to delve into Eclipse's backstory, since we did a little bit of,
Laura's, yeah.
Laura's.
Eclipse, go for it.
Yeah, so Eclipse is going to go looking for Future Man once again.
Okay. let's have you roll investigate.
And I got what is investigate?
Genius.
Genius. I got a 10. And I'm gonna say she's using her laptop to do that. So,
yeah, that makes it a lot easier.
On a hit, you leave no evidence of your investigation that anyone else can follow up.
Yeah, you follow around through each of the things. You use the program to kind of narrow down the superheroes in the area versus supervillains, superheroes that have this kind of outfit.
She's like, this is so much easier to find him.
Yeah, and with the program, it kind of automatically helps do it for you because it has a recognition system in it. So you use that to find Future Man, and you go to where he is.
There's actually a Twitter thread that just posts live Future Man sightings.
Twitter, what was it again? Tweeter? Was it?
I don't remember.
It wasn't Tweeter. It was something like Elfentire.
It was Speech Bubble or something. It was something to do with comic books.
Speech Bubble!
Speech Bubble! Yes, perfect.
Thank you. Because I remembered we did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was comic themed, so it's Speech Bubble.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to make that a thing.
Speech Bubble posts.
Yeah.
So yeah, Eclipse is going to look for Future Man, though she presumes he already knows she's looking for him.
Yeah, when you get there, he's already waiting for you. He's got churros again.
She walks up and she's like, "Thank you.
I heard you coming."
Mm-hmm. Sure you did. Listen, I am really out of my element here. I don't know why you invited me. I don't know what your plan is here. The others, they don't really like me. I mean, Silver Bullet's, I guess, fine with me, but I don't know. I mean,
the truth is, I think we need what you have. And if I were to choose, I would probably choose you. But it's not up to me.
What do I have? I mean, Dragonfly's been so clear that I don't have what it takes. So what do I have?
There are different kinds of heroes that you can be. Yes, they are a specific kind of hero that are better in fights, for taking down big villains that are hard for other people to take down. They're not the negotiators, they are the imprisoners. But what you were talking about last time, about needing more order, needing a better police force to police the city, you're absolutely right. This has worked in the past, but times are changing. Again, it is not my choice in particular to choose who will be the patron of the city, even though I know who it will be. But you are needed here.
Yeah, I mean,
whether it be as a patron or not.
That's what you told me when you found me, but
you have a unique background that gives you a different sight on how the world is. It is important that you are able to share this with other people who are a little more forward-minded.
I just really hope that you didn't get me off that bridge just so I can be yelled at and be, I don't know, character development for someone else, you know?
I'm sorry that this has to happen. Everyone goes through it, believe me. I can't tell you how many times I've been yelled at for knowing things and not acting on it. I'm sure you've gone through something similar. But it is your own character development that forms when that happens, and you understand, and you push through. It's important to have those experiences so you know how to act in the future.
Okay. Thank you, Future Man, for your advice and your wisdom, and I guess...
I know I sound like a broken record, but...
No, it's good for me to hear it again, because it just has to get in the head, you know? And again, I know I say this a lot, but thank you. Thank you for talking me off that bridge.
He takes a crunch of his churro. And he kind of takes a moment to savor it and goes, Vanessa, are you glad I got you off that bridge?
I'm gonna go and enjoy my churro. Have a good day.
Listen, I know this is a heavy topic, but like at the same time, Vanessa, I feel that a little
It's
too
a
heavy.
mood.
It's a mood. Like, again, like, I'm both, like, I get it. I know the complexity of the situation and it's heavy, but like, I get it.
Yeah. He places a gentle hand on your shoulder and gives like a fatherly squeeze, and he says, I know it's hard, but I will be here when you need reassurance. I may not always be available, but you know I can hear you. But go enjoy your churro.
I will enjoy my churro. Thank you.
And he kind of floats away.
Yeah.
That was heavy.
Isn't her backstory, and it's actually censored on the sheet.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have it censored on the sheet just so no one has to like read it unexpectedly.
Oh, I see.
This is why I keep advocating that no one looks at anyone else's sheet but the DM. Oh my god.
I only look at it to get the names, my guys.
Yeah,
I
same.
haven't looked at anyone's character sheet ever in my life.
Except as
I've
the
never
DM.
seen a character sheet.
Yeah, the
Alright.
one moment. Let me just pull out your laptop so I can scroll through the hundreds of character sheets you've made.
He's never looked at any of them. He makes them blind.
I will them into... I dictate them to my loyal scribe.
Scribe Dusty, what have you written today?
It's true!
Okay.
Alright, who's next for the...
Dragonfly!
Who's next for the touching moment with Zuko?
Okay. So Nikki, the way, because I really don't want to have that back and forth with myself, I will let you, JB, handle Nikki. It's essentially, he's a kid that is enjoying life, vibing, has a cool uncle that, like...
How old is he again?
He's like, did I say 10 or 12? He's like somewhere between there.
Okay, he's a young kid.
He's right before a teenager, but not under the age. He's 10 to 12.
Preteen.
He's preteen. That's the best way to put it. He's preteen.
You come to pick him up from school.
Yeah.
So you drive up and he hops into the car and takes off his backpack, throwing it in between his legs, and he goes, "You're late again."
Yeah, I know. Do you know how hard it is to get through traffic when there's like 2 supervillains and someone throws a car?
Yeah, I saw it was S tier today.
Yeah, it was crazy.
2
Like,
S tiers.
I thought my car was gonna get grabbed for a moment, so you're lucky you still got a ride, kid.
Oh no, do they have fire alarm practices, but fire drills, but it's for supervillains?
Yeah, totally does that.
School
He's like,
fire drills.
Yeah, we were watching it on the TV because you know the class where we just kind of like monitor stuff and see how things are going. Sometimes the teacher actually had to turn it off at one point. I'm not sure why. It started to get a little weird, but like he turned it off. But then he had us do a super villain drill.
Yeah. You okay about that, kid?
Yeah, I mean it was mostly just get under your desk and don't say anything.
I've had a rough day with that, and work wasn't the greatest. Do you want to go get like some churros and ice cream?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a tough day.
Churros, churros, churros,
Okay,
churros.
we're going. He starts heading there, and he goes, also, I don't know when Miss Laura will be back, and so when she comes back, she's also had some of a rough day, so you have to, don't be a turd, okay? Okay?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the sweetest little guy ever.
Don't lie to me. I'm your uncle. Don't lie to me.
I'm a little sweetheart.
You're a little brat, and you're lucky I love you.
Look at this face. He squishes his face at you. Look at this face.
Yeah, and I know that face.
Tell me.
I'm just a little guy.
Tell me it's not the cutest thing ever.
You are the cutest thing, and I know that cute face hides behind a bunch of baby crimes. So, no. Don't be a little turd when she gets back.
You can't prove it. You can't prove anything.
Today, the part of Reese's fictional nephew will be played by my cat.
Dusty, it's you.
Nikki and Dusty, one in the same. And he shakes his head, and for the audience, they can see that his shoulders are already loosening up. It's very much that this is kind of why he was so... His thought of why he got so upset earlier was because of the idea of something happening. Like, if something happened to Nikki again.
Oh my gosh. He looks at you, like, for real for a moment, and he's like, what happened to your face?
Well, you know how, like I said, they were throwing some cars? Well, just because our car didn't get thrown doesn't mean debris didn't get thrown. I'm okay. I did get hit a little, but there's no concussion.
You got hit by a car?
I got hit by a piece of a car. I'm fine.
That's so cool!
I'm fine. I got checked out. That was also why I was a little late. Had to get a little checked out. Like, hey, your brain's still good. Still there.
I want to be hit by a car.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't say that.
Then I can tell my friends I was hit by a car.
No, you cannot. If you do, no TV for a week. You can't say that.
Oh.
No.
Boo.
Don't boo me. You're getting churros and ice cream.
Well, then get me the churros.
I'm working on it. There's still traffic.
He starts chanting again, churros, churros, churros.
He gives a laugh and just goes, yeah, we're getting there.
He rolls down the window and starts yelling churros out the window.
He lets him. He loves his nephew. He calls him a little brat, like a little turd, but that is his pride.
Some random, like, stranger high on weed just goes, churros, churros.
Exactly. And he just, you see all the tension from the day finally melts away as we see his little car rolled up.
And Silver Bullet. You said you wanted to get your suit fixed?
Yeah, she's like on her way to contact someone about that.
Yeah. I have a little something for you. As you're headed over, you pull out your phone just to check it on your way over, and you see that you have a missed call.
Oh, from whom?
And there is also a voicemail there. It is from your mother.
Oh, boy. She slowly lifts it up.
You pull up your phone to listen to the voicemail, and you hear your mother's voice go, Laura, I heard what happened today. Future Man called me in to take care of it. I'm on my way to Central Gate right now, and I've already caught on to her trail. I know you probably don't want to talk to me concerning this, and I understand, but if you want to help, you know how to find me. I love you, Laura. Stay safe. And that's all there is.
You okay, Riley?
Yeah, I am okay. I don't know what Laura's gonna do.
Laura is definitely not okay.
She's gonna go get her suit tailored and think about it later.
Yeah, she's... That's also a big Lyle mood of...
Gee, it's almost like they're siblings.
I don't have time for emotional vulnerability. I have to business. So yeah, she thinks to herself, I don't have time for emotional vulnerability. I have to business. And she...
Oh no.
if she goes to go get her suit fixed, I think maybe we just get like a shot of her writing her mom a couple different texts and then deleting them as she's like trying to figure out what to text and like what to say. She is going to respond to her mother, but she doesn't know how just yet, and it's not going to be over the phone.
Oh, no. Jamie, we get an extra shot of Blood Moon staring at her phone and seeing the text bubble pop up and then go away, and then pop up and then go away.
Oh no!
That part!
I don't know if that's really sad or really cute.
It's sad!
It's very sad. That's why I said it.
I mean, she's happy to see that her daughter's trying to respond in the first place. Because there was that moment there where there was no connection between the two of them.
She's gonna text. She has to write a good one.
Listen, our episodes get very, very emotional. So please do not forget to have some aftercare.
Thank you, Robin Mag and I'll Never Tell 3, for supporting us through our Patreon. If you want to support our podcast as well, you can head over to our website, mxpcrew.com, where you can find our Patreon link on the very first page. We offer shout-outs to our patrons, as well as behind-the-scenes information and monthly stickers. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr for all your social media needs. If you like our show and have been thinking about podcasting yourself, I highly recommend starting on Buzzsprout. MXP started on YouTube, and let me tell you, it was extremely difficult uploading 1 to 2 hour long videos at a time in a timely manner. But working on Buzzsprout has been insanely helpful and fast. Buzzsprout helps you list your podcast in every major podcasting platform, as well as provide super affordable monthly payments. I totally forget that I'm paying for it because of how cheap it is. You even get a free, great-looking, pre-made website, audio players that you can drop into other websites, and my personal favorite part, detailed analytics to see how people are listening. If you follow the link in the description and sign up for at least 2 months, not only do you get a $20 Amazon gift card, but you will also be supporting our podcast as well. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
I'm proud of you, son. Have a churro.
Yeah.
Try your churro. It's got cream filled inside.
Oh, does it?
Tough day, sport.
I love the fact that we collectively were just like, all right, Future Man is specifically likes churros now. Like,
Future Man is dad.
Central Gate is the city of churros.
Yes, we also established that.
yeah, true.
You're never gonna believe this, Vanessa, but they don't have churros in the future.
No, that's
Oh
That's not an idyllic future if there's no churros. Thank you.
This is the real reason Future Man was sent to the past.
I was sent back in time.
To make sure churros exist.
To stop churros from disappearing.
Oh no.
By spreading the good word of churros.